If I had to choose just one muscle group to strengthen for the majority of people, it would be the glutes. If you have strong glutes, it protects your spine, your hips, and your knees. And most people are weak in this key muscle group. In today's video, I'm going to give you one of my favorite exercises that can help you strengthen the glutes and avoid all of these problems. My name is Will Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite glute strength exercise. Today I'm going to show you one simple move that you can do from a variety of positions, depending on your ability level, that will strengthen your gluteus medius and minimus, the two often forgotten muscles that control so much of our lower body. Let's have a look at the exercise now, but before I show you it, I just need to let you know it's not going to be suitable for everyone, so do get checked out before you give it a try, and if it causes you any pain, just avoid it. So the exercise we're going to be covering today is called hip abductions. And this is quite literally the king of glute med exercises. It really will give you everything you need to make your glutes stronger so that this kind of thing doesn't happen and this kind of thing doesn't happen, and it will protect your lower back as well. The exercise is really simple. I'm going to give you 4 variations. For the first 2, we're going to use a wall, and then for the other 2, we're going to be either on your bed or a mat. So this is how it looks. You're going to stand with 2 hands touching the wall, just your fingers on the wall, absolutely fine. And we want to keep a really nice, upright, straight spine. Now, we're going to work our left glute for this example. So what we need to do is put all of our weight over onto our right side so this leg can be free, okay? So keep your back nice and straight, all your weight on your right foot. Keep that left foot hovering like that. And keeping that back nice and straight, you're going to take your leg out to the side and slightly behind you in a diagonal movement until you feel almost like a cramp starting here. So we're taking our legs slightly behind us as well, which really isolates that glute and takes away the lower back and the muscles at the front of the hip. So I'll show you again. You keep your back nice and straight, keep that foot free. Take it out to the side and slightly behind, leading with the heel. We want our toes to be pointing forwards throughout. This is the tempo I would use to do this exercise, okay? So coming out and in, out and in. And when we get to this out point here, we want to feel a contraction, okay? We want that contraction to feel nice and firm, and it should feel like this area around here is becoming tired and sometimes almost like it's about to cramp up. That's a good thing. That means you're working the muscle to a point where it's getting tired, so it's going to get stronger. Now, once you've done somewhere between 10 and maybe even 25 or 30 repetitions, then swap over and do the other side. And what you'll feel is when you go to the other leg, the leg that's doing the standing is also having to work. The glute on this side is keeping your pelvis level. So really both sides are getting a workout even when you're just doing one leg at a time. Now, to make this exercise harder, the best thing to do is to add in one of these. A little resistance band tied in a loop. You can get these very cheaply online. And what we're going to do is start by putting both feet into the band so it's just around our ankles, and then repeat the exact same thing. So hands on the wall, nice and upright. Go all the way over onto the standing leg, and then keeping that other leg straight, take it out to the side and ever so slightly behind you. Feel the contraction and then bring it back in. Now, you won't be able to do quite so many when you've got the band, just because we've added resistance. That's going to make it harder. And with this exercise, you really don't need a strong resistance band, because a strong band is going to make it super hard very, very quickly. So start with the lightest band you can find. And you still want to be able to do at least 10 repetitions of this, I would say, in order to get the max benefit. If you can do more than 10, by all means, work all the way up to 25 or 30, but just making sure you've got something that's not too tight to restrict you from doing at least 10. Obviously, after you've done one side, then flip over to the other side and repeat. And I'd recommend doing one of these 2 exercises 3 times per day, or for 3 sets all in one go if you prefer. And that's going to build stronger glutes very, very quickly. Now, if that was too easy for you, I'm going to show you the next progression, which is done lying down. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about a very special bonus I've created for viewers of this channel. It's called the Complete Guides to Building Muscle and Strength over the age of 50. And if you're someone who is a little bit confused about how to go about starting the process of building muscle and strength, you don't know what equipment to use or what exercises to choose, this is perfect for you. It's an exclusive 25-minute video that you can't find anywhere else, where I teach you all the ins and outs of building muscle and strength specific for people over the age of 50. So it's one of the best things I've created. I'm giving it totally for free to viewers of this channel. All you need to do is scroll down below this video. There's a link in the description where you can sign up. I'll send you the video straight away and you can get started. It's some of my best info, and if you use it, I hope you enjoy. So another way we can work the hip abductors is with you lying on your side. And this is arguably more effective than the first version I showed you. It is also harder. So if you can't do this, then definitely stick with the first one. But if you can try this, it's a great alternative. Okay, it's called hip abduction in side lying. It's one of my favorite glute exercises. And you start off like this, lying on your side with your body in a nice straight line out in front of you. And you want to be as straight as a pencil, okay? So your head and your feet should line up perfectly. Now, first thing I want you to do is take this top hand and put it on the bed in front of you like that, and then just roll your body slightly further forward than feels natural, okay? And the movement is quite simple. We're just going to lift that top leg up and slightly behind you, again, leading with that heel. So we're keeping our toes pointing forward. So if you look at my toes there, they're pointing towards the camera throughout, or hopefully they are, throughout this whole sequence, okay? Now, when you get to this top part, when I get to here, I can really feel that glute starting to activate. Now, I don't want to go any higher, because if I do go higher, I feel my back kick in. So you want to stop at that sweet spot where you feel the glute get tight, but the back doesn't yet try and take over, and then come back down. Now, the true tempo looks something like this: up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Just like that. And you're going to take your set all the way to the point where it starts to feel really tired in that glute. I'm going to roll over and show you the other side so you can perhaps see from a different angle. So straight as I can, roll onto my hand, and then take that leg up and slightly behind, and then back down. You should be able to see that glute hopefully activating at the top of the hip. You can certainly feel it just below the belt line. And the belt line is a wonderful reference point, because we want to be feeling it just below the belt line, not just above the belt line. If you can feel it above your belt line, you're probably working your back muscles. If you can feel it just below the belt line, it's exactly where it should be. So once you take that to the point of fatigue, if you can do more than 15 repetitions in a row, you need something a bit harder, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do now. So to make it harder, we're going to just introduce that same resistance band we used earlier, that little thin one tied up in a loop. It's going to go around both ankles, and we're going to repeat exactly the same thing. So down like that on both ankles. Again, we're going to keep our body nice and straight. Keep one foot down as the anchor, and then lift up into the band, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then come back down. Now you'll notice I won't be able to lift my leg quite so high, just because I've got more tension there, but I'm getting more contraction in that glute, which is exactly what I want. Now, if you can't feel it in the right area, you could try a couple of things. Try drifting your leg further behind you. That's one fix. Try turning your foot down more, so your toes are pointing more towards the bed and your heel is more up towards the ceiling. And finally, if you can't feel it, roll further onto your front like this and repeat. One of those tweaks is going to help you to feel it better, and once you've got it in that glute, keep working it to the point of fatigue. Now, one of those is going to be a fabulous exercise for you. Give it a try consistently, and over a period of a few weeks, you're going to build much stronger glutes as a result.